What's going on, guys? NDS coming at you guys with another set. Today we have set number 75385, Ahsoka Tano's Duel on Peridea, 382 pieces. Not huge on this set, but I think it's also an overhated set. We will get into all that in a minute. But the reason I got this set was because of the figures, as I think most people got this set was for the figures. Good selection as well, especially because at the time I didn't have an Ahsoka. I got one since then. So, less exciting, but I didn't have an Admiral Thrawn, who we got on the top here, because I didn't have that old set that he came in, so very happy to get my hands on him. I actually prefer this one to the older one that came out. On the back of the box, we have the alternative, build with the figures on it, fighting each other, shooting guns. There's a dead trooper there. Ahsoka snatched that blade from that witch lady. I don't know. I mean, I'll give my full thoughts in a bit, but I bought the set, like I said, because of the figures. That's why the box is already open. I took the figures out of there. And yeah, we'll get into this. Let's do it, guys. Alrighty, before we get into the set, we have to look at the instruction manual. And when I pulled out the instruction manual, this ungodly amount of stickers flew out with it. Not huge on that. Kind of timely, however, because TUT posted a video today. I will link that in the description if I remember to. But it was about stickers versus printed pieces, and I'd probably have a better review and be higher on this set if it was more printed pieces. But anyway. Alright, and the first minifigure of the set is Ahsoka Tano with, thank God, some arm printing. It's got like the white bandage kind of strap kind of things and like a kind of chromish look, which is pretty sweet. Overall, pretty cool figure. Like I said, I didn't have an Ahsoka at the time, but I got one in between building the set, but I'm very happy to have this Ahsoka in the collection. Okay, we have now finished bag number 1, and we've started the base plate. We have some sort of rotating pieces that are for the fight scene, as we will see later. You can see where the gears turn on the outside and the inside here, sort of under that blue block. And we're building up some of the depth of the base plate. Overall, pretty easy build so far. The stickers weren't too terrible to put on. I'm not fantastic at it. And yeah, just going to show this figure off a little bit more, just because I don't think I did enough in the last clip. But yeah, looking at it again, we see that chrome on the arm, the extra details on the head, like that sort of tiara looking piece. But yeah, overall, so far so good. And we have bag 2, but first, the minifigures of bag 2. We have Ezra Bridger, the now older Ezra, and Thrawn. Very, very excited to get my hands on Thrawn. I'm indifferent about Ezra, but both great figures overall. Let's get on to bag 2, boys. Let's do it. We have now finished bag number 2. Spin that again because it's fun. And yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. We're just doing a little bit of cover work on the platform. Nothing too exciting, honestly. We also built the little part where you're supposed to flick up the lightsaber to Ezra or something like that, or where Ezra jumps or something like that. But yeah, we're gonna look at these figures a little bit more in depth. No arm printing on either of the figs, but with Thrawn it doesn't matter as much. I can't really remember if Ezra had anything on his arm or either of his arms, but yeah, I mean, overall they're both amazing figures, so I'm not going to sit here and complain about them. But yeah, let's get on to the next. And before we get on to bag number 3, we have the minifigures of that bag. We have the witch lady, Morgan Elsbeth. No arm or leg printing, so this figure is shit, in my opinion, honestly. Kidding a little bit, but the Night Trooper is a whole lot better, and we'll do a better coverage of that figure a little bit later. But yeah, let's finish this bag, man. Alrighty, guys, before we get to the final review, I want to ask you guys a question. I think both of these sets are very similar. They were similar in price at the time of release and in piece count. We got the Duel on Peridea or Kenobi vs. Vader. What set would you rather have? Let me know. And we have now completed the set. The hardest part is behind us. I'll show you that in a second. It's those banner things with like the gold stuff. I think I did okay. There's a little bit of crookedness, but regardless, I'm showing some of the spinning mechanisms and the gear here that you turn to make the character spin. I chose to put these two characters on the platform just because they're my least favorite of the set. I'm kind of in between on the Night Trooper and the Ezra, sort of being in that fourth out of 5 slot. But you can move the banners a little bit. They easily pop off, and this little thing at the back is kind of useless. It doesn't really flick too much, and you can't really flip anything off it, let alone a figure, really, in my opinion. But overall, it's fine. I mean, people gave this set a lot of crap, but people didn't give a lot of crap to these minifigures because they're pretty solid figures overall. I'm pretty happy to get my hands on the Thrawn. Like I said before, I didn't have the original one. I'm not a huge Rebels guy, and I wasn't collecting Rebel sets at the time. I was kind of on a Lego hiatus, so it's really cool to get that character. And after watching Ahsoka season 1, that kind of led me to building this set and getting some of these figures. Um, because I thought the show was decent. I'm really excited for the second season. I think it's confirmed, I'm pretty sure, at the Star Wars con, so that's pretty cool. But overall, like, this set's not going to be high up for sure. Thankfully, I got it half off on sale when I did get it, so that's cool. Obviously, this trooper having the zombie face is super, super dope. And I mean, all the characters are semi iconic from the show and in their own right, so that is the carrying factor by far. Overall, not the worst set in the world, but not a great one either.